In the world of high-stakes heists, few stories rival the audacity and brilliance of the 2003 Antwerp diamond robbery. At the heart of this tale lies the Diamond Capital, a small but immensely significant area in Antwerp, Belgium. Imagine this: nearly 80% of the world's diamonds, valued at over $35 billion annually, pass through this tightly controlled zone. The area boasts a dedicated security force, aptly named the Diamond Police, with every measure meticulously designed to protect its priceless treasures. The focal point of this story is the Antwerp World Diamond Center, a building as imposing as it is crucial. Inside its fortified walls resides a vault considered one of the most secure in the world, a marvel of engineering protected by 10 impenetrable layers of security. It held the largest known collection of diamonds, safely tucked away in deposit boxes, each secured with its own key. Breaking into such a stronghold seemed not just improbable, but outright impossible. The security layers were nothing short of extraordinary. Starting with a 3-ton, 30-centimeter thick steel door, reinforced by vibration sensors, and a nearly uncrackable passcode, the vault was built to withstand the most determined intruder. Motion detectors, light sensors, and heat sensors guarded its interior, while surveillance cameras inside and out monitored every movement. Even if someone could bypass the vault's outer defenses, they'd face yet another challenge: breaking into individual deposit boxes designed to withstand brute force. But one man, Leonardo Notarbartolo, saw opportunity where others saw obstacles. An Italian thief with a charisma that could disarm even the sharpest skeptics, he dreamed of breaching the unbreachable. This was not just about the fortune locked inside. It was about achieving the impossible and etching his name into the annals of criminal legend. What followed was a meticulously planned, years-long scheme to outwit the unbreakable vault and its robust security. This wasn't just a robbery, it was a testament to human ingenuity and audacity. As the Diamond Capital went about its usual business, no one suspected that one of the most daring heists in history was being set into motion, destined to shake the world's perception of security forever. Leonardo Notarbartolo wasn't your average thief. Born in Italy, he discovered his calling early in life, starting with car theft, before transitioning to the far more lucrative and elusive world of diamonds. Leonardo was a man of charm and cunning, a natural con artist who could effortlessly win people's trust. His fascination with diamonds wasn't just about their value, it was about their portability, anonymity, and beauty. These qualities made them the perfect target for a thief of his caliber. In the year 2000, Leonardo set his sights on the Antwerp World Diamond Center. But he knew a robbery of this scale required meticulous planning and expertise beyond his own. He needed a team of specialists. Over the next 2 years, he handpicked 4 individuals, each possessing a unique skill essential to the mission. First, there was the monster, Fernando Finotto, whose immense strength made him the muscle of the operation. Next came the genius, Elio Donorio, an electronics expert tasked with dismantling the vault's sophisticated security systems. Then, there was the enigmatic King of Keys, whose unparalleled talent in lockpicking would be vital for creating a replica of the vault's key. Finally, the fast one, Pietro Tavano, a skilled getaway driver whose steady hands would ensure their swift escape. With his team assembled, Leonardo began his infiltration. Using his charm, he rented an office in the Antwerp World Diamond Center, presenting himself as a legitimate diamond merchant. This gave him unrestricted access to the building, including the vault. With his new status, he secured a safe deposit box, allowing him to inspect the vault's interior and observe its complex security measures under the guise of a trusted tenant. Every visit to the vault was an opportunity to gather intelligence. Leonardo carried a hidden camera in his bag, recording the layout of the vault, the placement of sensors, and the routines of the guards. He noticed how the guards operated, and even managed to glimpse the oversized 30-centimeter-long key used to open the vault. Each detail was meticulously noted and incorporated into the heist plan. As part of his preparation, Leonardo used his charisma to build relationships with the building's staff. He even managed to gain access to the building's blueprints by convincing the manager he needed them for office expansion. This bold move provided the gang with critical information about the layout, including a garage entrance that bypassed the main security checkpoints. 3 years of preparation laid the groundwork for a heist so daring, it seemed destined for failure or glory. February 15, 2003, was the night Leonardo and his team had been meticulously preparing for. The stakes were higher than ever, but so was their confidence. Everything they had worked on, every detail, every observation, every plan, was about to be tested. This was the moment where their audacity would either pay off or end in disaster. The operation began with the fast one, Pietro Tavano, driving the gang to the Antwerp World Diamond Center under the cover of darkness. Using the frequency code discovered earlier by the genius, they effortlessly opened the garage door and drove inside, bypassing the main street's automatic barriers. This initial entry was a critical first step, allowing the gang to avoid detection and move toward the vault room without raising suspicion. Once inside the building, the gang used a master key crafted by the King of Keys to unlock a series of doors leading to the vault. This key was the result of Leonardo's clever manipulations to access the blueprints and study the locks. Door after door swung open, each one bringing them closer to the prize. Finally, they arrived at the vault room, a place protected by layers of security that had never been breached before. The first task was disabling the magnetic sensor on the vault door. This device was designed to trigger an alarm if the two metal pieces it connected were separated. However, the genius had already prepared for this. Using a custom aluminum plate, he held the two pieces together, allowing the team to unscrew and remove the sensor without disrupting the magnetic field. It was a brilliant solution to a seemingly insurmountable problem. Next came the vault door's passcode. A hidden camera, installed days before by the genius, had captured the guards entering the code. Using this footage, the team accurately reproduced the 4-digit combination. Once the code was entered, the keyhole was unlocked, and they attempted to use the duplicate key crafted by the King of Keys. But to their dismay, the key didn't work. This unexpected setback could have spelled disaster, but Leonardo's foresight saved them. He had noticed during his reconnaissance that the guards stored the original key in a standard safe nearby. Wasting no time, they broke into this safe, retrieved the original key, and successfully opened the vault door. They had now bypassed the most impenetrable layers of security. Inside the vault, the team encountered the next challenge: motion, light, and heat sensors. Leonardo had earlier weakened the heat sensor with a fixative spray, but its reduced sensitivity was only temporary. The team worked quickly, using a cardboard box attached to a long stick to cover the motion sensor, rendering it ineffective. For the light sensor, they turned off the lights in the vault and relied on night vision goggles to proceed. With the sensors disabled, they turned their attention to the safe deposit boxes. Despite their robust construction, these boxes had a weak point, a small plastic piece in their locking mechanism. Using a specialized tool designed by Leonardo, they systematically broke into nearly 100 boxes, filling their bags with diamonds, cash, and other valuables. By the end of the heist, the gang had stolen diamonds worth an estimated $100 million, leaving behind unopened boxes to avoid overloading their bags. With their loot secured, they carefully retraced their steps, removing all traces of their presence. They exited the building through the garage, where Pietro was waiting with the getaway car. As they drove into the night, the gang believed they had pulled off the perfect heist, but fate had other plans. The morning after the heist, February 16, 2003, the Antwerp World Diamond Center buzzed with activity as employees returned to work. But when the security guard opened the vault, the scene inside left him stunned. Broken deposit boxes, scattered diamonds, and overturned safes told the story of a breach that no one thought possible. The unthinkable had happened. The world's most secure vault had been robbed. The Diamond Police were immediately called to the scene. As investigators examined the vault, they marveled at the precision and expertise of the crime. Every layer of security had been expertly bypassed, from the magnetic sensors to the high-tech surveillance systems. The team was methodical, leaving no obvious evidence behind. Even the surveillance tapes were gone, further complicating the investigation. While the police tried to piece together what had occurred, an unexpected discovery provided the first breakthrough. A retired man taking a walk through a nearby forest stumbled upon a pile of discarded trash. Among the litter, he noticed papers bearing the name of the Antwerp World Diamond Center. Intrigued by the connection to the heist he'd heard about on the news, he reported the finding to the authorities. The discarded trash turned out to be a goldmine for investigators. Among the contents were small jewelry stones, documents, and most critically, a business card belonging to the Genius, one of the gang members. They also found a fake work permit linking Leonardo to the crime. This discovery tied the trash directly to the thieves and provided leads that would unravel the operation. Investigators dug deeper into Leonardo's activities. They uncovered that during his 3 years as a tenant, he had conducted no legitimate business at the Diamond Center. The untouched state of Leonardo's deposit box amidst the chaos of the others further raised suspicions. The police were now certain he was involved, but they still lacked concrete evidence to charge him. The trash also revealed DNA traces and fragments of surveillance tapes, but none were conclusive enough to identify all the culprits. Despite these setbacks, the investigators pressed on. The turning point came when Leonardo, emboldened by his perceived success, made the mistake of returning to Antwerp. This misstep set off a chain of events that would lead to his downfall. Leonardo Notarbartolo's decision to return to Antwerp proved to be his undoing. Confident that he had left no trace, he entered the Diamond Center as if nothing had happened. However, the building manager and security staff were already on high alert. The manager recognized Leonardo and engaged him in conversation, stalling him until the Diamond police arrived. Caught off guard, Leonardo tried to maintain his innocence, but his composure began to crack under the pressure. The police raided Leonardo's rented apartment, where they discovered incriminating evidence, including unmarked SIM cards and small gemstones linked to the heist. A parallel search of his home in Italy revealed diamonds with serial numbers that matched items stolen from the vault. The mounting evidence left no doubt about Leonardo's involvement. His arrest set off a chain reaction, leading to the capture of his gang members, except for the elusive King of Keys, whose identity remains a mystery to this day. In court, Leonardo received a maximum sentence of 5 years under Belgium's lenient theft laws. His associates faced even lighter punishments, ranging from 6 months to a few years. Despite their imprisonment, the loot, worth $100 million, was never recovered. The gang had effectively pulled off the perfect heist, securing their place in history as legends of criminal ingenuity.